Your shoulder hurts. You can't lift it up like this. You can't lift it like this. Maybe reaching across you is sore. It's generally called impingement syndrome. So within our shoulder, you've heard of the rotator cuff. That's made up of multiple different muscles that work in unison in order to make our shoulder move in all these crazy ranges of motion we have. The shoulder itself isn't a ball and socket joint. It's more of a saddle joint. It's held in place by soft tissue, and that gives us the ability to move it through all these ranges of motion that we have. If something's imbalanced, if one of those muscles or multiple muscles are injured, are tight or overstretched, they're not functioning properly, the shoulder itself isn't going to move, and something else is going to get impinged. In this case, generally it's the supraspinatus muscle, the one that sits up here on top. It's below your trapezius muscle. It comes off the top of your shoulder blade and attaches into the top of your arm. What we're going to do is we're going to start out working on the infraspinatus muscle, working on trigger points, working on strengthening that, getting it balanced so that it's working properly so that impingement doesn't happen. We can come and lay down here like this on a bed. For instance, when you've waken up in the morning and maybe your shoulder's sore, maybe you slept on it and it's bothering you some more even. But you're supported here on your bed, so this shoulder is in a nice relaxed position. So you can, in a gentle, active range of motion here, what we're calling, so you're gonna just gently, internally and externally rotate your shoulder. The arm being supported, it should be easier to do this without causing as much pain. Okay, then we can take our arm out into this. We're going to go, so these are internal, external rotations. So say you can only move through this range of motion here, but your arm is being supported. So just move into the edge of discomfort. Again, to the edge of discomfort. If it's painful, don't try to push into the pain. Just try to get to the edge of it. And then just try to do some gentle motions like this. Maybe each time you may be able to get a little bit further, but don't try to push yourself beyond and making it sore. As we progress with that, we can, or to support some more, have another pillow here so that you can come back and let that arm relax in this position. So you can get into this position at the edge of, say it's painful right at this edge, and you can just let it rest here. Try to breathe in, let everything relax, let the pillow support it, feel supported, feel confident that it's not going to hurt there, and then come back out of that and rotate back into that position. You may be finding you can get to this position, it doesn't hurt so much, and you can put a bit of pressure to push back into there. And maybe that's not painful, so that's good. If it's not painful, just do some 10-second holds, push into the cushion, come back out, rotate through. Do half a dozen of these in the morning before you get out of bed, just to get things moving, started before you stand up, and put some more pressure on it. But this will help alleviate the pain that you're having when you start off your day. We've done these ranges of motion laying with support on the bed or on the floor. Now we're going to come here and add gravity, some more muscular tension from standing to these ranges of motion. First off, to start the same thing, internal, external rotation, just in this plane right here. Again, just nice and gentle range of motion like this. If it doesn't hurt, you can try to push a little bit out. If that feels okay, you could also get a therapy band, wrap it around your hand with some gentle resistance and pushing into this range of motion. From there, we can come up to here. We want to do the same internal rotation here, rolling up to external rotation. Generally, this is where you're going to feel kind of the pain in these end ranges. If that's difficult, if you've had some success with it supported, you may be having an easier time with this right here. But again, this is the weight of your arm should be sufficient just to try moving your shoulder through this range of motion, getting that fluid, the synovial fluid, moving in your joint and helping to alleviate the pain that you have going on with this impingement happening here. So after we've gone through some ranges of motion, and again, you don't want to move in, like if it's painful here, you don't want to try to push past that. You just want to move to the edge of the pain and come back out, even if it's just a quarter of a movement like this, just to gently get into the edge of that painful area and come back out again. And we're going to progress to being able to reach up above us like this against the wall with these ranges of motion. So if you can reach around here onto your shoulder blade and you'll feel below your traps, here's your traps, bigger muscle at the top, and you can feel this bony ridge here. This is the spine of the scapula. So there's like an indentation on the top there where your supraspinatus muscle sits underneath your traps. So you can get in here as well yourself and just do some massage along there. Your fingers, doesn't take much, it's not a very big muscle. You can, through a range that is tolerable to you, just put some pressure on it and just do some what's called active range of motion here, active releasing it. Just put some pressure on where it feels tender and then activate that muscle by lifting your arm up. And it comes all the way out here. You'll feel, you get to the end and there's a bone here at the end that the muscle runs underneath that bone and out into your shoulder, into your arm. So just work a bit on that muscle with your fingers, pulling the traps forward away and then getting underneath it and onto the supraspinatus muscle. And then you feel that spine of the scapula again. The infraspinatus muscle runs all along here down to this edge of the point of the scapula, which is down here. It's a triangular shape, and that muscle lays flat in there. So trigger point is generally around here, and then another one further down here. So that's where you're gonna get in the ball. You can't really get there with your fingers. So we're gonna take the ball, position it on the wall, just below that spine of your scapula, into the meat of the infraspinatus. And you may wanna position, I kind of find when I do this, I get it nicely positioned where I can find the trigger point. So right here I have, sort of discomfort referring up into my ear almost. And you're gonna just put pressure onto that point of tenderness. Take some nice breaths and feel it relax. May take 10, 15, 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds as you just breathe and feel that muscle start to relax and the pain to dissipate. So once that's happening, it's starting to soften now, then you can move on to another spot. And basically I just sort of grip the ball, squat down a bit with it, and then roll up, and you'll find the spot lower on the muscle. Like we've done in a previous video where I have the ball in a stocking, so you can control where the ball is just by moving the stocking. Same thing, find sort of the epicenter of that painful area. You get some referral pain, stay there, do some nice slow breaths, and then just feel the muscle start to relax. Other than just the straight pressure, you can sort of move around and just massage the area a bit with that ball as well. As the pain starts to reduce, then you can come back out of that. This area of the shoulders where you're feeling sore because the tendon comes here underneath your deltoid muscles, the larger muscles that all attach here. So you'll feel all this kind of discomfort. So you can, again, use the ball, just come here. Deep to that deltoid muscle is the tendon of your supraspinatus. So it may be a bit tender. You can come on here and just do some rolling, massaging of that area with the ball. You're going to increase blood flow in there, help release some of the muscle fibers around and relax it. And again, just sort of roll through that whole area using the pressure on the ball. Move it as you need to, and just it's going to help to alleviate the tension that's in there and help with the pain. So we've gone through some things here for what we're going to call impingement syndrome, shoulder pain. You don't want to end up with a frozen shoulder. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So you really want to get those ranges of motion happening as much as you can. You can throw in doing ice and heat on the shoulder. Heat's probably going to feel the best at this point, wanting to have blood flow through there. You can use a heating pad. You can use your bean bags in the microwave if you like, hot shower, hot tub, any of that kind of thing. You find that any of this stuff is starting to improve for you, you need something else, let us know and we'll continue and create some more content here to help you progress along with this, get your shoulders stronger, more stabilized, and prevent you from being back in this position again.